Okay, perfect. And then you're gonna go ahead and close it. You're gonna place the end through one of the loops. And then before you tie it up, you're gonna go ahead and measure your shoulder. So it's a loop that I created, right? So I'm gonna grab, and I'm gonna measure from one shoulder to the other shoulder, okay? And then I'm gonna close it until I really find that distance in between my shoulders. So I don't wanna have it wider than my shoulder. So if you have to go one way, then go tighter, go more narrow, right, than wider, because we're gonna eventually use it and wanna place the arms inside of the strap, and we kind of wanna press it out through the arms. So, and it's gonna start loosening up. So measure your shoulders, and then maybe cut just a couple of inches so it is a little bit more tighter. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and place my strap on the floor, because I'm not gonna use it right away, but I wanna have it all ready when I need it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and place my blocks in this position here to open up the fourth chakra. We're talking about Anahara chakra. If you want to place your block in this direction to support your shoulder blades, that's great. If you want to challenge yourself, you can now rotate that second block, and instead of that block supporting the shoulder blades, it will support along your spine. So it depends on how comfortable you normally feel on top of your blocks. If you don't have blocks, no worries, just lay down completely on your mat. And before you extend the legs all the way forward, just maintain your feet flat and notice. Let's start noticing, let's start observing the physical body, especially the hips. It is a very challenging pose for the lower back, right? So notice how your hips are shifting, and if already feels comfortable, or if you need to settle for a couple more breaths here before you extend your legs. And then notice whether you're using the block horizontally or vertically, how the shoulders begin to relax and unwind, opening up the chest across the collarbones. Take a couple of breaths here. Close your eyes if you feel like it. And begin to work on your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. I'm going to maintain my legs bended at the knee with my feet flat, but again, you can always decide to extend them all the way forward and down to the floor. Anahata chakra. So it's the heart chakra, it's the fourth chakra. It's related to the element air. It talks about the right of being loved and the right to love without boundaries, without any conditions or judgment. It is related with the color green and inspire us to practice contentment, even though sometimes it's very hard to find contentment under some circumstances. They say that if we fake the contentment, even our smiles, our laughs, we're still segregating those hormones that make us happy. So I want you here to settle completely physically, just to find your sweet spot and just to relax from here all the way down to the floor, like melting away and washing away all the worries and the experiences that probably made you feel away from contentment, right? Today or the past week. And begin to imagine a bright light in the center of your chest and the heart's area. A bright, bright, shiny light. And every time you inhale from the pelvic floor, lifting the energy all the way up to the navel and then to the chest, I want you to extend the light everywhere, to your chest, to your belly, to your hips, to your legs, to your arms. Exhaling completely through the nose again and coming back to center, to your heart. Inhale here and expand the light. And go ahead and exhale and come back to center. And we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths, practicing just showering each area of our body with that healing, warm light that we imagine. It comes from the heart area. And that makes us feel, maybe, it might make us feel more relaxed. Maybe accepting things the way they are. And underneath all that acceptance, maybe we can find a smile. We're going to stay here for 3 more mindful breaths. Very good, everyone. Maintain your eyes closed here. Just extend your arms back, bend your elbows and grab each elbow with your hands. Without trying to press it down through those arms and the forearms, just relax here. And with your breath, just let the arms and the shoulders unwind naturally. One more. Nice job. Break the connection in between your arms and now open up your arms in cactus. So your palms are facing up, your fingers are spread wide. And even though you cannot see, you're going to try to align those elbows with your shoulders as much as you can. And probably you need to lift the upper arms a little bit more towards the back of the room. So you can notice a nice stretch, nice openness across the collarbones, around the breastbone, the pecs, around the armpits. And maybe some other places in your upper body. So take a couple of breaths here, maintain your arms in cactus. Nice job. Let's go ahead and grab again the elbows, but try to maintain the other forearm on top, bringing balance. And when we talk about the heart, we think about the front of body. So I want you to also expand the back of your body. And like if you could push with your spine and your shoulder blades, the block underneath, so you can broaden a little bit more that area of your back. Couple more. Nice job, everyone. Go ahead and release the arms. Go ahead and place the hands on the floor. And just take a breath here and begin to bend your knees if you were extending the legs. Now hold here and just notice again. Scan the body, especially the upper back. For some of us, this is uncomfortable. There's a lot of pressure for some of us, a lot of openness, maybe we've been rounding too much. And even emotionally and spiritually, it can be also challenging to be open. Some of us can feel vulnerable. Some of us prefer to stay in child's pose because we can protect our heart area a little bit more. So I want you to take another breath in here through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Empty your lungs. And again, inhale deeply through the nose. Push the block underneath as you exhale. One more time, inhale. Open up, press the block with your shoulder blades. And come back to your natural breath. Very good. Now, very slowly, very mindfully, let's go ahead and rotate to the right side, noticing that the back is going to feel a little bit tender. And then go ahead and move your props and sit down on one of your blankets. So I'm going to go ahead, bend my blanket and then fold it, and then sit down. Cross your legs in Sukhasana. And so just find the center of your shin bones and just cross the legs. And begin to rock yourself, lifting the right sitting bone, the left sitting bone. And just rock yourself in here, noticing where that bone is, the sitting bones. Very good. And then maybe back and forth here. It's like creating a nice space and like moving away this space. So like digging holes with the seating bone so they can now release completely and feel super comfortable on top of our blankets. Let's just stretch it here, placing the right fingertips on the floor. Lift the left arm up. Go ahead and internally rotate the arm, and let's just walk the fingertips to the side. Maybe you're able to bend a little bit the elbow, and instead of facing down with the shoulders and with the chest, go ahead and lift the chest and rotate the ribcage towards the ceiling. Don't lift the left buttocks up the mat. So keep rooting through both the seating bones evenly. One more breath. Full breath. Nice job. Let's come back. Let's place now the left fingertips on the floor, lift the right arm up, internally rotate the arm, and now send the shoulder away from the ear. Create a lot of space around the neck. Walk the fingertips, maybe bend or micro bend the elbow, and just stretch. Rotate the chest, like if you want to face completely with the whole body, the ceiling. To root the right buttocks, push the floor, the mat, away with the left hand. Nice, and come back. Nice job. Let's now uncross and cross again, but letting the other shin bone on first. I'm going to grab my strap. And I'm going to place my arms inside the strap. So I'm going to strap my arms. And I don't want to have this strap on my elbows or my forearms, but actually on my triceps, okay? So like in between your elbows and shoulder, right there in between. Very good, palms facing each other here. Now try to break the space in between your arms. Try to break the strap away, right? So you're pressing the sides with your arms. And relax the shoulders and keep rooting the seating bones down. But imagine you have a ponytail and you can lift yourself through the ponytail all the way up towards the ceiling. So sink but rebound, right? Here we go. Inhale, begin to lift the arms slowly, palms facing each other. As you lift the arms, you lift the rib cage as well. You might be a little bit uncomfortable. I have my strap in front of my nose, so I'm not gonna lift more than this. I want to engage the muscles of my shoulders, my triceps, my biceps as I break apart this strap. Here we go. Inhale one more time. Exhale, without moving the hips, go ahead and rotate to the left. And if you don't have a strap, you can use a block in between your hands here. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulders away from your neck. Elongate the sides of the neck a little bit more towards the ceiling. And scan the body again from your toes. Press the floor through the outer edges of your feet. Until the hip bones are facing forward. And keep rotating as you exhale. So again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale to elongate. Exhale, twist. Nice job. Let's come back. And release. Very good. We're going to do it on the other side. So if you need to move a little bit more, when we twist, we kind of want to twist the hips as well. My right hip is going back. So I'm going to squeeze the outer hips in. I'm really going to engage the inner thighs. All my lower body is engaged as I sink down. And as I exhale, I go ahead and turn. Very good. And again, palms facing each other. Inhale deeply. Lift, lift, lift. Relax the shoulders. Very good. Slowly begin to rotate the ribs to the right, the chest, the shoulders, no, the hips. And again, inhale to elongate the spine. Exhale to twist. And whenever you're ready, inhale. Exhale again and twist a little bit deeper. And stay here. And come back. And release. Nice job, everyone. Let's move into all fours, so with hands and knees on the floor. And these are first cat-cow poses that we're going to do. Are going to just flow. So move accordingly. Move the way your body wants to move. As you inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round the back. And we're going to do 3 to 5 rounds. Follow your own pace, your own intuition, what your body tells you to do. Just keep connecting very deep with your breath. So move your attention to your physical body, to your breath, instead of maintaining the attention in your mind and your thoughts. One more. Nice job. Very good. Now let's place the strap again. We're going to do a couple of cat-cow poses with this strap. Because what happens, in my case, in my body, I hyperextend too much the elbows. I can rotate from my elbows to my hands too much. And when you extend the arms, that affects the whole pose, right? If you hyperextend, like the way I do, for example. We do a lot of poses with the arms extended. Downward facing dog, for example. So if we educate from the beginning the correct alignment of the arms, then these next poses are going to be more aligned. Very good. Palms on the floor. Begin to press it through the thumb and the index, and notice the crease of your elbows. Are they facing forward or are they facing each other? They should face each other. Your elbows, the bones of your elbows should face the sides of the room. Okay? Very good. Let's do this. Inhale, chest goes forward, maintain the shoulders over your wrist. And exhale, round the spine. Keep breaking the strap apart. So press through the triceps to the outside, like if you can micro bend the elbows. Inhale. And exhale. I don't know you, but I feel it already around my neck and my shoulders, right? When I'm in the right alignment. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Very good. Before we go into downward facing dog, now that we're here, let's practice chaturanga with the strap around the arms. And the cool thing about the strap is that it's going to stop you. And you're not going to be able to touch the floor with the chest or the belly like we normally do when we don't use the strap. So let's start with the knees on the floor. And then we practice with the legs completely straight. And because we're all females, I think SK is in here, maybe he's, sorry if there's a guy, and I'm forgetting about you. For my females, the strap is gonna be beneath under your breast, okay? So here we go. Shoulders on top of the wrist, and now shoulders on top of your fingertips. Very good, and now shoulders on top of your wrist, shoulders on top of your fingertips. Look down, make sure the crease of your elbows are facing each other. And forward, and back, and forward, and back. And notice your wrists, are they already feeling uncomfortable? If they are, maybe it's because you're pressing too much through the crease of your wrist. Can you press it through the mount of each finger? Can you press it through the fingertips instead of just placing all the way on your wrist? A couple more. And forward, and back, and forward, and back. Nice shot. Here we go. Forward, bend the elbows, and try to align the shoulders with your hips. Shoulders back, push up. Okay, it could be a little bit too much, so maybe you need a little bit more space, but you want to have the same distance with your hands than your shoulders. Unless it's too much for your shoulders, then open up the distance again. In my case, I'm going to move it closer to the elbows, so it feels more comfortable when I'm bending, and it will end up under my breast, okay? So here we go. Hands again under the shoulders. The crease of my elbows are facing each other. Shoulders on top of my fingers. Bend the elbows. Chaturanga arms. Now, curl the toes, lift the legs. If you don't want to lift the legs, you can maintain the knees on the floor, that's fine. And knees to floor. Nice job. Let's go ahead. Move the strap. Try to imprint all those sensations. Let's come into downward facing dog. Imagine you still have that strap around your arms. If you look up in between your thumbs, you can also see if the crease of your elbows are facing each other or if they're facing already the front of the room like mine are. So rotate your elbows so they're facing each other. The bones should be facing the outside. And take a breath here. And if you need to paddle your dog, go ahead and do so. Nice shot. We're going to maintain your strap in the front of your mat. We're going to keep using it in a little bit. Very good. Lift the right leg up. And send the right knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and release the back knee down. Nice. Grab your strap. This time, we're going to place this strap on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and strap my arms. But I want to have them around my triceps. And then I'm going to go ahead and as I bend forward, I want to reach down with the fingertips. Break the strap apart. Fingertips reaching down as you lift through the sternum. You can notice how the shoulders really want to go in the same direction as your fingers. If you tuck the chin under, you can feel a nice stretch in the back and the sides of your neck. Anahata chakra, find it, the center of your heart. Open it up, expand it through the center. Nice job, everyone. Go ahead and move this strap away. Right hand on your right thigh. Press the right thigh, pull down, and lift the left arm up. Internally rotate the left arm. Go ahead and reach it forward. Align the arm with your ear. Keep pressing the right thigh down. Lift the ribs off your thigh. Go ahead and now bend the elbow and place the elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Very good. Revolve the chest, palms together. And if you want to maintain the hands closer to your heart, you gotta lift the chest of your thighs. You gotta lift yourself off the mat. Stay here or curl the back toes and lift the back leg up. Open up the chest, everyone. One more breath. Beautiful. Look down, hinge the floor. Step to plank. You have the strap here, right? Imagine you have the strap. Place the knees on the floor or not. Shoulders over fingertips. Bend the elbows. Don't come all the way down because you still have that imaginary strap there. Shoulders back. Very good. Upward facing dog. Lift the thighs. And press back. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up. Send the left knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and release the back knee down. Very good. Grab the strap again. This time, place the strap in between your arms but forward. And break the strap apart. Lift the pubic bone towards the navel, everyone. Draw the tailbone down, lift the arms. Soften the ribs towards the spine. Broadening the upper back, moving the shoulder blades away from each other. Maybe you're able to look up. Maybe you're able to lift the back of your heart, to lift the chest a little bit more. Nice job. Let's go ahead and place the hands down. Move the strap. Left hand on your thigh. Press the thigh down. Go ahead and lift the right arm up and internally rotate the arm. Go ahead and reach it forward. Notice the back leg, right? The hip flexor. Stretching. One more breath. Go ahead and bend the elbow and twist. Move the chest away from the thighs. So some of us are here, like kind of like resting, right? It's kind of like, feels good to rest on top of the thigh. Lift up. Move away from the thigh. And go ahead and curl the back toes and lift the back leg up if you did it on the other side. One more breath. Nice job, hands to the floor. Step to plank. Crease up your elbows facing each other. Shoulders over fingertips. Slowly bend chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold deep breath. Nice job, everyone. Let's place the knees on the floor. Big toes touch, child's pose. Relax the forearms on top of the mat. Relax the elbows, relax the shoulders. Connect to your heart from this pose. And again, the heart, you feel it in the front body, but you find it in the back. When you expand your back, then you expand the light of your heart through your back. Beautiful. Everyone, lift the head up. Grab one of your blocks in between your hands and place the elbows on the floor. Now, when I place the elbows on the floor, I want to align the elbows with my hands. So the same distance in between my hands is the same distance in between my elbows. Okay, so don't splay the elbows to the outside. We're still in child's pose in your lower body. So big toes touch, your knees are separated. Release the head down and now bend the elbow. Send the block to the back of your neck and squeeze the block. Squeeze the block and really broaden the upper back. You want to feel it around your armpits. You want to feel those triceps already activated. One more breath. Nice job, everyone. Go ahead and extend the arms forward. Move the block. Downward facing dog. Externally rotation of the legs now with the next pose. Lift the right leg up. Send the right knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and anchor the back, heel down, and push yourself up into warrior two. I was reading that the front arm is your future, the back arm is your past, your heart is your center, your present. So stay here centered in Anahata Chakra. And go ahead and reverse the warrior. And come again, warrior two. Now straighten the front leg. Send the left hip back as you reach forward through the right arm. If you need to micro bend a little bit the front knee because it's too much for the hamstring, go ahead. And now send the right hand down to the block or the outer side of your knee or calf and lift the left arm up. Neck is free. You can even move it around without feeling it too tight and compressed, because you're moving those shoulders away from the base of the neck. Very good. Gonna lift up and now pivot the whole leg forward to the same direction that your back feet are. Go ahead and place your hands on the waist. Good. So you can do this with the strap or not, okay? So if you're using the strap, we're gonna do the same pose. We're gonna go and forward fold. We're gonna place the hands under the pelvis, and we're gonna maintain the hands separated, shoulder width apart, or strap apart, right? Okay, so hands under waist, elbows in, lift the chest up, go ahead and slowly release, and place the hands under. So if you have your strap there, you can place this strap around just to notice, right? Because we're going into chaturanga arms. And what a better way to go into chaturanga than using a strap. Now begin to send the chest forward as you bend the arms. Break the strap apart. If you're not using the strap, that's fine. But try to find a 90-degree on each arm. And really engage the muscles of your arms. So it doesn't feel just like your hands are pressing down, but from your fingers to your shoulders, each muscle is engaged. You can micro bend the knees a little bit if it feels too much for your hamstrings. One more breath. Nice job, everyone. Let's go ahead and move the arms forward and under the shoulders. Halfway up here. Go ahead and bend the right knee. And now face the front of the room. Left hand close to the right foot. Twist to the right. Internally rotate the right arm, send it forward. Align it with your ear. Lift it up, place it behind. On your lower back, twist deeper. And whenever you're ready, look down, hands to floor, steps to plank. You can press back or work into your chaturanga without releasing as much as you can. Do your best. Do not touch the floor with your chest or your belly. Look in between your thumbs, make sure the tips of your elbows are facing, that you're pressing through the index and the thumb. Nice. Lift the left leg up. Send the left knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and anchor the back heel down and push into warrior two. On your center. Reverse. When we reverse, nothing has changed in the lower body. It's just the upper body moving. So maintain the knee on top of that ankle as much as you can. Come back. Straighten the front leg. Hinge it forward from the hips. Left hand down. Right arm up. Same with the chest. It doesn't want to look down. Your face, your gaze, your eyes can be looking down, but your chest is trying to revolve towards the ceiling. One more. Nice job. Go ahead and come back. Pivot the whole leg. And now you're facing the other side of your room. Very good. For this one, we are going to use the strap. And the strap, we're going to place it behind. I'm going to give you my back. And we again going to lift it so it is around the triceps. Okay? Very good. So the toes are pointing forward. We're not here with the heels inside, right? Toes are pointing forward. Lift the center of your feet. Lift the arches. And imagine you have a beach ball in between your legs. Can you squeeze the beach ball? Very good. Fingertips trying to reach down. Chest lifts up. Lift the pubic bone towards the navel. And slowly begin to hinge your forward, lifting the arms up. Now, it's not just the arms and the fingers, it's the shoulders. Can you lift the shoulders away from your head? Break the strap apart. Take a couple of breaths, full breath. One more. Beautiful. Move the strap away. Halfway up. Bend the left knee. Face the front of your mat. Right hand close to the left foot. Go ahead and twist. Internally rotate the arms, send it forward. 2. Hands to floor. Step to plank. Inhale, plank. Find your way to downward facing dog. Nice job. Everyone place the knees on the floor and sit for a couple of breaths while I teach you and demonstrate the next pose. Okay, so obviously we work on the shoulders, right? Educating the shoulders to roll back, to stay. So we can lift the chest up without back bending, right? So with the right alignment and your shoulders and your chest across the shoulder blades, you can open the heart without coming into a big back bend. Okay, so 3 ways to do shoulder stand. And I'm gonna start with the first level. Very restorative. Even though the full pose, shoulder stand is a restorative pose. This is a cooling type of pose. So it's great when it's hot, when your head is down, your legs are up. That's going to help you with the heat of the body and the ambience. And it's going to give you a nice feeling of being fresh. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my blocks. If you have to place one on top of each other, you're more than ready to come and lay down and place your blocks under your sacrum. Good? My feet are on the floor. I'm just gonna lift my back. I'm gonna lift my shoulders. My head is still on the floor. And I'm gonna go ahead and move my shoulders on the back. And maybe you're able to grab the blocks and have a nice grip there. Lift the legs, shoulders in. Level 1. Now, you don't want to just lift the legs and maintain the whole back on the floor. It's a total, complete, a very different sensation. So we're talking about lifting the heart, opening up. Okay? So level 1. Level 2, let's go to the wall. And I'm going to move very quick my mat here to the wall. Good, I don't need blankets, I don't need props. I'm just going to go ahead and place my buttocks against the wall, right? And then I'm going to rotate myself. And now I'm touching the wall with my buttocks. Good? Grabbing the outer edges of your mat with your arms completely straight. I'm just going to push myself up. And then from here, lift the heart and move the shoulders on top of each other. If I want to play a little bit here, I can play with one leg, with the other one, or just stay here. For the 3 levels, this is the second level. Do not move your head side to side. This is a lot for the shoulders, a lot for the neck. So just look up. And then slowly go ahead and release, and maybe stay here. Okay? Level 2. Level 3. I'm going to use my blankets. Why my blankets? Because again, it's a lot for the neck, and I do not have such a big curvature on my neck, so I need to protect it with blankets. So I'm just lifting myself off the floor, basically. So grab your blankets, place the neat side of the folding where your head is going to be, and then go ahead and fold your mat to 3/4. Good. I like to use the strap for this one. So I'm going to move and place my strap very close to me. Shoulders on top of my props. My shoulders are on top of my blanket. My head is on the floor. For this one, grab the outer edges of your mat and roll to the back. So your legs are going to go back. Here we go. Okay? Grab the strap if you can. I'm not looking to the sides. I'm looking up. Place the strap around your triceps. Bend the elbows. Grab your back. Bend your knees. Lift your legs. My shoulders are still on top of my blanket. My head is on the floor. If you were here, I will ask you to place your hand, your full hand, under my neck. There's a lot of space. You don't want to have your neck against the floor. Okay, so that's why we use the blankets. Okay, the strap helps your elbows be together, close together, and then slowly bend, pose, roll, and then from here lift and move. Back and stay here. So I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes for you to find your path, what works for you the best. Be gentle with your body. Please, if something doesn't feel right, just stop right there and maybe try next class. Very important not to look to the sides, so please don't look at me. I'm not going to do anything until you finish, so you're not missing anything. Even if you're not using the strap for whatever level you would decide to go to, try to find that sensation that you already imprint in your upper body when we were practicing with the strap around it. Even though you cannot see, those crease of your elbows are facing each other. Those triceps are pressing down to the floor to lift and help you lift yourself up through the back. Yeah. Half more minute here. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful, everyone. If you're still there, go ahead and take a couple breaths. And then slowly begin to come out. To get out of your props, just start with one and then the other one, the blocks, until your sacrum is on the floor. To get up of the second level, just bend your knees, place slowly the sacrum down and move the wall away. So move yourself away from the wall. If you are in the third level, go ahead into a soft fish pose. with your head and your shoulders on the floor and the rest of your body on your blanket and mat. Nice. Whenever you're ready, begin to come down and sit on your blanket. We're going to give the neck a nice stretch after all the workout that it did. The neck was very engaged into those poses that we did. So simple, right hand on the outside of your left ear, just pull the head away from the shoulder mindfully. Nice job. Second side, go ahead and place the hand on the outside of your right ear, right. The shoulder moving down. Nice. Let's go ahead and lift those arms up, palms facing down. Now try to touch the sides of the rim with the middle finger. So just elongate as much as you can. You're gonna feel like a pulling here and there. Be gentle, but keep going. You'll be fine. And notice if you are hinging forward from the hips and through the hips, just send the chest back. You wanna feel the abs engaged when you are sitting in Sukhasana. Very good. Now flex your hands. Go ahead and lift the palms of fingers facing up, and you're just flexing the wrist here, and keep pushing the walls with the heels of your hands. Send the chin to the chest, and now send the chin to the right shoulder. And now send it to the center and to the left. And slowly, please, to the right. And to the left, move, move, move the shoulders away from each other. And 2 more rounds. Nice job. Go ahead and come back into center. And now lift the head up. Gazing up. Move the hands. Move the shoulders away from each other. Keep pressing those walls. Back of your head to the right shoulder. Back of the head to the left. And to the right, slowly move on your own here. And a couple more, side to side. Nice job, everyone. Come back and arms down, roll the shoulders back. Forward. Beautiful. And release. One more pose before we lay down completely. Dandasana. You can sit on your blanket. Shoulders on top of the hips, fingertips right next to you, elbows in. Good. And move your hands to the back. Fingertips are facing the sides of the room. Go ahead and move your hands to the edges of your mat. And now go ahead and point your toes. Begin to push the floor with the heels. Lift, lift, lift the hips. You don't have to look back. You can look to your toes. Keep lifting the hips. You have this imaginary strap around you. Break the strap apart. So one more. Slowly, everyone. Release. Nice job. Let's bend the knees. Elbows on the floor. Slowly lay down. Open up your feet, mat distance apart, windshield wiper here. Nice, knees to chest. Close your knees, close your legs, close your feet. And just rock side to side, massaging the SI joints. Lower back. And then sharp, extend the right leg forward. Reach through the right heel, elongate the right side of the body. Open up the left arm and just rotate to the right side. I like to place a block underneath my foot or the shin bone. Maintaining a nice alignment here without jumping too much. Nice, let's come back. Rebend the right knee, extend the left leg forward. Hug the shin bone and your chest. Become taller. And whenever you're ready, open up the right arm and then twist to the left. Opening up the chest. Move the right hip away from the waist, one more breath. Nice job, everyone. Come back. Knees to chest, up and asana. Lift the head and the chest off the mat. Grab the outer edges of your feet or your toes into happy baby. You can rock your baby side to side. If there's any other pose that your body's craving for before going into Shavasana, go ahead, practice. If you're ready, begin to release completely on your mat. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to stay sitting as you take your Shavasana for a couple of minutes. And I would like to go into a body scan with you. So feel comfortable. Make yourself comfortable, whether that is against the wall with your legs against the wall, or if it's placing a blanket or a bolster on top of your thighs or under your knees, or just make yourself comfortable here in Shavasana. Close your eyes and move your arms away from your body, palms facing up. So that light from your heart is going to move all the way to your toenails, your toes. It's going to start to illuminate each area of your body. The sole of your feet, the top of your feet, your heels. This bright light is healing. It's healing your physical body, your ankles, the skin of your shin bones, your calves, the back of your knees. Just washing away whatever doesn't serve your body anymore. Your thighs, your hamstrings, your inner thighs, your pelvis, your buttocks, your lower back. Your lower belly, the navel, the torso. It's coming all the way up along your spine, your middle back, your upper back, It's going to find your center, your heart, your chest. It's going to burst to here. And it's going to keep moving to your shoulders, across the collarbones, your upper arms, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingertips. Back of your neck, your throat, the sides of your neck. It's going to lift up to the back of your head and to your face. It's going to soften the muscles of your face, your lips, your jaw. It's going to keep lifting into the crown of your head. From your crown of your head, it's going to shower you all the way down again to your toes. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. Your head side to side. Send your arms above the head and your legs in front of you. Stretch, yawn, move, feel. Keep the connection with your breath, with your center. And go ahead and bend one knee after the other. And whenever you're ready, roll to the right side in a fetal position. Just take a moment here to leave behind whatever doesn't serve your purpose, your life, your emotional, your mental body. Leave it here on your mat. And whenever you're ready, with your eyes still closed, come up into a comfortable sitting position. With your palms together at your heart, I would like to seal our class today with a collective, I cannot hear you, I cannot see you, my eyes are closed, but I can feel you. So let's do it after the inhale. Let your heart bow the head and drop all your wisdom within. With respect and love, namaste.